Oh, I don't like it. Y'all are switched. There we go. That like that's
want to get further away from there.
We're leaving it.
You said Regina George, goat, Karen. It's like Gretchen and Katie switch spots or whatever.
Anyway, welcome to a very sleep-deprived episode of The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where the tea is piping hot and we're always ready to spill. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here on not a lot of sleep and with a lot of caffeine, as always, because, you know, I'm recording this very early in the morning.
Running on 5 hours of sleep. I am your one and only Sam DB, aka Sam Del Monteverde, aka Anissa Long, aka apparently Trade with Vanessa. Your fellow friendly, non-binary Filipino Canadian, mentally unstable, hacked on Instagram and Facebook. Hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Don't remind
and I'm
me
Azerbaijan's
Oh,
fucking
sorry.
hell, Logan, you ruined my joke. How very dare you. And I'm Azerbaijan's 2011 Eurovision winner because I'm running on Scared tonight. Eris Envy. Bringing you Pepsi Max sponsored by RuPaul's Drag Race. The same RuPaul who heard Paris is burning and said, why not the rest of the world?
What?
How are you going to
And
follow
I'm
that?
Lewis.
Right.
No, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try.
Lord
I'm just-
divas. Oh goodness. I need to start coming up with more Eurovision related things because we've got a couple more Eurovision videos to do before
Oh, I literally got that I got that idea 5 seconds before when Sam said running on 5 hours of caffeine.
I love that. I'm so here for it. Arcade. I don't fucking know.
All I know.
We are here. We are back. Semi-final 2 of Eurovision 2022. We're talking about it today. We already did semi-final 1. If you haven't watched it, go do that. It was almost 3 hours of nonsense, foolishness, buffoonery, and a great time, honestly. So go check that out. Today we are a group of 4 because other people couldn't make it because people have things that they do in their lives other than podcasting. I can't relate, but but we do have rankings of semifinal 2 from some of our other lovely people, so we'll talk about that. But first, we have to talk about the rankings from semifinal 1. Because I said I would do the math, and I did. So we have our results of the Cup jury.
Drum roll.
Are we ready to find out those results?
Yeah.
Period.
Yes.
Okay. So in
Yeah.
It is 6 in the morning. I can't be screaming yet, except I'm going to, and I don't care if my neighbor's here. Okay. In 17th place, with 1 point, thanks to Eris Envy, it's Moldova.
Hey, ho, let's go folklore and rock and roll.
In 16th place, with 4 points, is Bulgaria.
Lewis, how could you?
I don't think that was all. No, that was all, Lewis. Never mind.
I was like, I think that was all me.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. There are a couple of these at the bottom of the list that were all Lewis. We'll talk about it. 15th place with 7 points is Norway.
Oh. Lewis.
That was also me. Yeah.
I was like, there's 2 people. I don't remember who, but I think it might have been Derek as well.
Oh, Derek.
Maybe. 14th.
I don't like agreeing with Derek, but
Well,
that.
fuck him.
Well,
In a tie for 13th with 9 points each, Armenia and Croatia.
Okay.
12th with 10 points is Switzerland. Lewis.
Boo. Flop. With his Monster Munch feet.
And so here's where the difficulty lies. We actually had a tie for 10th. And so to break the tie, the country that's qualifying is going to be the country that had the highest individual jury ranking. So like if someone had 8 points from one person and someone had like 6 points from one person, the qualifier will be the person with 8 points, just so everybody understands. So 11th, just missing our qualification, with 15 points is Iceland.
Oh.
Well. And 10th place, squeaking into our jury qualifiers, is Latvia.
That was me. Yeah.
I was a part of that too, so.
Oh yeah, you were.
Bye, Lewis.
He's off for a shit.
He's off for a shit. We had another tie for 8th place with 16 points each, being the Netherlands and somehow Slovenia. I will say, we added our friend Derek, who will be on. If y'all have watched our Australian Survivor coverage, you know of Derek. He's great. Derek's ranking actually was what pushed Slovenia into a qualifying spot and pushed Iceland out of the qualification. But that's the only like change in qualifiers that happened with adding his results. So 7th with 21 points is Austria. 6th place with 28 points, I'm very happy to say, is Denmark. Breaking into the top 5 with 30 points is Lithuania. 4th place with 33 points is Ukraine. 3rd place with 35 points is Greece. And our top 2 are separated by 1 point.
Wow.
Wasn't the case prior to Derek's rankings, but he really changed some ish up. So the winner of the cup jury for semifinal 1 is Ronella Hayati.
Yeah.
Hey, I will never regret. You can be my sister.
Shout out tomorrow as well.
Yes. So Albania came in with 50 points. Portugal came in with 49. And I would like to point out that Eris is the only person that didn't give points to Portugal.
With good reason.
And Albania is the only country that all 6 of us gave points to.
Yep.
So,
Taste.
Yeah. Just for context as well, Derek's top 3 in order from 1st to 3rd were Portugal, Slovenia, and Denmark. In case anyone was curious. I disagree, but whatever. Anyway, semifinal 2. Should we just do it?
Let's get into it.
Whoa.
Lewis, you're muted if you're trying to say things.
Let's do this.
Whoa! Well, I'm gonna put us down here again because that's more fun. So we're gonna be talking about the 18 songs in semifinal 2, aka this year's semifinal from hell. Because we're gonna lose some really good songs out of this semifinal. Plus, we're gonna be talking about the 3 songs from the Big 5 that we did not discuss in the last video because they vote in this semifinal. So there's that.
Oh, I have to vote in this semi. I just realized. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Oh shit.
Good luck, and don't fuck it up. So we're gonna go in running order. which means we're going to start with Finland. Definitely a choice to open the semifinal. I'm going to be really honest.
I could see why, though. I could see, the energy and all that, but,
I see it. We've got the Rasmus. The song is Jezebel. Y'all go for it.
Oh, I love this. This is one of my faves. I think that's just because it's very much my taste as someone who's into like rock, punk, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, the Rasmus is one of the bands in Eurovision this year that has the bigger reputations because they've been an act for such a long time. As far as the song goes, I know some people do take issues with some parts of the lyrics, but for me personally, being a non-binary person, I do find myself relating to some of the lyrics. Maybe, I don't know. It's a complicated issue that we can't really cover all in the space of 2 to 3 hours. Well, we could, but we've got like 16 other songs to talk about. Right. But for me personally, I love the instrumentals. I personally like the lyrics. It was one of the first songs from this year's Eurovision to make it to my personal playlist. And yeah, I would love to see this do well.
Okay.
Yeah, I also am a big fan of rock, especially in Eurovision. Given that it's Finland, I understand the rock representation. They've got a huge history with rock songs in the Eurovision Song Contest. With every listen to the song, it's growing on me, slowly and slowly. But that's what I hate about it. I wasn't as hooked on the first listen, and I think with a Eurovision song, some people are just going to be listening to one song that one time, and I think you need a song that has you hooked from that very first listen. And I mean, again, it's growing, but I'm just annoyed that I wasn't as huge a fan of it the first time I heard it.
I think that's perfectly fair. I'm on a similar boat with Lewis in terms of like, first listen, I didn't like it. Obviously, we Logan and I both put Jezebel like second to last in the national finals for Finland. But
I'm pretty sure it was last for me.
No, we both put Tommy Lanson in for last.
Oh yeah.
And then we both put Jezebel for second to last. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
sorry.
I'm on the same boat as well, where it's like, the song kind of grew on me, and I'm actually starting to like it. But I think Lewis brings up a really good point in the fact that there are going to be a lot of people that are listening that are probably going to listen to this song for the first time, and if they're not going to like it on the first listen, that's a lot being taken away from them. Also, it's just, for me, it was just something I didn't like about like his singing voice. But like when he gets up there, I am for it. I'm basing this off of the live performances as well, because I've already listened to the studio, all the studio recordings like multiple times, so I can remember these. So but I love the music. I love the staging, especially how they have like the animated woman. Or person, I should say. I think it's a relatively well done song. It's just there's something about Lauri's voice that I kind of find a bit off.
I completely agree with that. Honestly, like the difficulty is like rock is not my first, second, or third favorite genre. I can respect it, and I listen to a lot of rock. The interesting thing is, I thought Finland would have done something a little bit more different this year with who they chose, seeing as how last year was won by a rock song, and a very well done one at that. So I don't see a single where Finland wins this year. And that's me being incredibly impartial, because I really don't like this song. I haven't liked it since the national selection. I like the Rasmus. I don't like this song, and I don't think he has the live vocal to pull this off. In every performance I've heard of this live, he doesn't have it. And I think I think I'm also still a little upset because we lost a lot of really, really great songs that I think would have gotten Finland a much better placement from the national selection, specifically Hurricane or Ram Pam Pam.
Or even They Got Him an Atheist.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, this is not a song for me.
But
I like it, but I
Yeah. Well,
it's
and
nothing
I think
special.
I think everything you said, Lewis, is 100% true as well. People are going to be listening to this for the first time, or at least a lot of people are going to be listening to it for the first time. And if it does make the final, I don't see any universe where this is above bottom 5. And again, that's me trying to be as objective as I possibly can. Because if it's in a final running order, sandwiched around songs that are like just completely different, this is going to get drowned out.
Mm-hmm. I feel like one of the only things that they'll have going for them is probably like their reputation, since a lot of people know about the Rasmus and could just vote for the Rasmus just because they're at the Rasmus.
And that's what I'm fearing, is that this is going to qualify, and some other songs that, in my opinion, deserve it a lot more are going to lose out. But then again, we're going to lose 8 songs out of this semi, and at least 3 or 4 of them are going to be really, really good songs. So, yeah. All right. Next, oh boy.
boo.
Next up is Israel. Michael Ben David. The song is I Am. First of all, In Bobby B was robbed. Second of all, what do we think of this song?
It's giving I am not going to qualify.
Yeah.
I'll be like really honest. The first time I listened to this, I really liked it, and it was
Same.
in my initial reaction thread. It was in my top 10, and then I listened to it again, and I was like, "This isn't the live recording. He's doing these ad libs in the actual song."
Yeah.
The more I listen to it, the more it sounds like a safe placement RuPaul's Drag Race girl group challenge verse, and less of a song you would send to Eurovision. I don't know who Ben Michael McDavis is, but I don't see this doing well. I'm really sorry. Odd bless, but no, this is it just sounds like, and I don't mean this in any way to be harsh, it sounds like what a 40-year-old woman would write if she was writing a play about being a homosexual gay man. It's very that.
Fair. I think the song is okay at most. I think he has a decent voice, but I think this song doesn't really showcase that too much. I think what this song calls for, and I mentioned this during Israel's national selection, is that this song comes with a lot of attitude, and I think that Michael was able to channel that very well. It's just there's not much singing to it, because watching him perform it live, like even like during the national selections, which is Israel X Factor, he was very sharp, or not very sharp, but you could tell that he was sharp at the beginning. I don't know how to feel about this revamp either. I personally like the original version better.
I have not perceived the revamp yet.
The revamp is what you've listened to.
The revamp is what you've listened to.
Oh.
So, as someone who heard the original, I will say I actually prefer the revamp. It's not a severe revamp, like honestly Secret, where Secret is just a completely different song from the song that Ranella won with. But there's a few like musical elements that have been like drastically changed, mostly in the chorus. I actually really like that. I think he's a great live performer too, is the thing. Like that's why he won the X Factor, is because he's a really great live performer, and because Inbal BB had really, really bad staging when it came to her marionette. Anyway, I'm still bitter. But honestly, I see a universe where if he performs this exceptionally well, I see a universe where this qualifies 10th out of this semi. The issue is there's just been so much, like, we still don't even really know whether he's going to be in Torino.
Yeah.
Broadcaster has kind of really been fucking him over in a lot of ways. And you can tell that he's clearly frustrated by some of the things he's said and done in this preseason. So honest to God, I wouldn't be surprised if he just tanks the performance so that way he doesn't qualify. But like I don't love this song.
No.
Lewis, you're muted. I'm not sure. You didn't share much.
Yeah, family is walking in and out, so I'm trying to like.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, but yeah, no. No.
Let's move on.
It's my least favorite out of the Twinks this year.
It's given redacted whole, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a great note to move on with.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, next is Serbia, Konstrakta, in corpore sano, potentially the most, not divisive, but like the most unique entry of the year.
Yeah.
By far.
I'm gonna wow, excuse me.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say that this song gave me the biggest 180 from nationals to.
I was gonna say, do you remember our thoughts when we did the?
I do remember our thoughts, and we hated it. I remember
we were both like, "What the actual fuck are we listening to?"
Right, but then like listening to the song more. Luckily, listening to this on YouTube, like we are able to see the lyrics in English.
Yeah,
I'm like, she is on a certain level of like. In terms of like what she's singing about.
This song is a masterpiece. Like there's really just no other way to describe it. Okay, Lewis, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because I see your face. I'm going to explain to you why. Because chances are more likely than not, I don't know if you know the actual meaning of the song. So, again, you're muted, so I can't hear what you're saying, but I'm just going to go ahead and say...
I mean, I understood two of the words.
And it was Meghan Markle.
It was Meghan Markle.
It was Meghan Markle.
So this song...
That's why
Meghan Markle.
So this song is actually mostly a critique of the Serbian healthcare system because Serbian artists do not receive free healthcare in the way that a lot of other workers do. And so the entire song is kind of a critique and calling out the Serbian healthcare system for being shit. The entire second verse is her just listing bodily functions in a musical way. And honestly, I love it.
She does it a bit in the first verse too, where she mentions how like, dark
circles. I'm thinking of the first verse, yeah.
Yeah, where she mentions how dark circles can be like a sign of like liver cancer.
Yeah. It's just so weird and strange in the best possible way. Mm-hmm. And like from our Serbian national selection video, that was an adventure. But I was obviously a very big fan of Sarah Jo, so I'm very upset she's not here still. But I think this is so interesting for Serbia. This is the song that I'm like, I really am unsure whether it's going to qualify.
Biti Strava. First time I listened to this.
Oh God, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, first time I listened to this, I hated it because I was like, what the fuck does Meghan Markle's hair have to do with anything? Mm-hmm. And then as I've listened to it more, it's kind of grown on me. And now I can't stop saying, Biti Strava. Yeah. I mean, it's still not one of my faves, but I think this staging of it is going to be really interesting and it's going to capture a lot of people's attention. I think it's going to be a standout compared to the rest of the songs. Mm-hmm. So I can see a world where this qualifies and potentially does somewhere along the right side of the board. I don't know. It depends how Eastern Europe perceives it, because I feel like if a lot of Eastern Europe likes this, it could do really well. If people just see it, if people of Eastern Europe just see it, English, if people in Eastern Europe just see it as like pushing some sort of agenda or something, then they're probably not going to vote for it and just be tired of it.
Yeah.
But I hope that's not the case, because I would actually like to see Konstrakta do really well. Beat Strava.
I think it's definitely it's going to be something I enjoy with an audience. It's going to be something that I'm definitely going to enjoy with an audience. I love the odes to Meghan Markle, of course. I get annoyed listening to the studio version. I just get annoyed by it. It just gets so repetitive that I'm like, I get so annoyed by it.
I completely understand.
I was zooming Sam whilst I was listening to this playlist, and the first 3 seconds I was like, what the fuck? but then it just, I was expecting good things from the intro, and then I lost it. No, the studio version probably won't do it justice, to be honest.
It's a song that you have to see live, in my opinion, in order to truly understand and appreciate it, because she has an unrivaled level of stage presence.
It's performance art.
It truly is performance art, and like as I've talked about before on the podcast, like my primary degree in university is in art history, and specifically my thesis that I'm currently working on is in political performance art, and I've actually included this now in my in my research, and I've kind of done like a deep dive into her, because there's 2 other songs that go along with this one. She originally released it as a trio of songs, and I just absolutely love this. Like
Serbian Healthcare, the EP.
I kind of want to go over my notes. So I think a lot of it that I've already mentioned. I love her again. Her stage presence, like the face. It's like I love her face, like when she sings this.
The deadpan. She shows no emotion, and I love it.
No, but you can see like a few like smiles here and there. It's just her Israel calling performance is what gets me too, because she'll walk to like the front and will be like, and was like, I have a soap. For some reason that sent me, and I was like, yes. Like, my main critiques are that it's a bit sharp going into the chorus, because I think she gets very excited. She gets a bit excited when she sings the first Biti Zdrava. Also, I just wish she sang more. I just wish there was. I found that there were a lot of gaps, and I wish that she was able to fill those.
I agree, but I think also, like, because we've seen her staging of this, I think the gaps are very, like, the studio version really does not do this justice, and like in the performance itself, I think a lot of it's going to have to do with the camera work. And I fully expect this to be staged the exact same way we've seen it staged this entire process, because again, this is performance art for her. Like, this isn't for Eurovision. This is for getting her message across. And like,
what a massive platform to fucking do it on.
Obviously, like, I loved Sarah Jo from the national selection. We both loved Zoria from the national selection. And like, as much as those songs would have been great to be a part of this, having Konstrakta as a part of this contest at this point in where we're at in the world is just absolutely phenomenal to me. And I'm truly just obsessed with this woman in every possible way.
Bit.
Next up is Azerbaijan, the last frickin' song to be released this year, because they had to spend so much damn time on this I'll give my opinion on the song later. Nadir Rustamli, the song is Fade to Black.
So, Logan,
Yes.
this is the part of the show where
Oh, is this? Wait.
For you?
Yeah,
For
I
me.
agree. I agree.
Okay, so this is, I guess now, this is the part of the show where Logan and I will both be giving our awards for perfectly inoffensive. So congrats,
Yay.
Nadir, with Fade to Black. With that being said, I really do like his voice. I love the rasp. I think, to me, I think it's just because it might be because it's been released so late in the season. Like in terms of like, oh, just releasing the song, but as well as like on Spotify too. It wasn't as memorable, but obviously I think we can all recall like at least one memorable moment from the song, and it's where he just keeps going up, which didn't need to happen, but like, you know, I like it, but I don't love it. I think that I'll end it there.
I'm gonna be like really real. I believe I've listened to this song once and not listened to it since. I would say that this song borders on boring, and it's probably, out of all the ballads this year, my least favorite. I can't really add anything else to it because I've not listened to it at all. But Nadir himself is really cute. Call me.
Oh, he's hot. Lewis.
Yeah, I like it. No, I do like it. I did like the song. It just, if it did qualify, it's just going to get really lost in the shuffle, to be honest. At least in my opinion. I preferred this to your last Perfectly Inoffensive award, I'll tell you that much.
Who did we give it to in semifinal one?
We gave it to Romania.
Last one, it was...
Armenia. Yeah, I completely agree with what Eris said. Of the male power pop ballads of the year, this is my least favorite by far. This song does nothing for me. I'm gonna be really honest. Like, I gave it its fair shot because this was released so late after everything else this season. Like, even Armenia had their song out, and then we were still waiting, I think, like 4 or 5 days for Azerbaijan to release their song. And it's like, while I understand that, like, there's a certain level of marketing ploy to that, and while I can respect and understand that, I really don't think it has done Nadir any sort of favor, because this song is just completely forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
If this was in a different genre that wasn't as highly represented already in this contest, and we'll talk about, like, I think there's 3 other male pop ballads in this semifinal alone. But if it was in a different genre, I think it would stand out a lot more. But yeah, this song just does absolutely nothing for me. I like listening to it, and I don't like turn it off if it comes on, but I'm not going to actively put on this song. I'm going to put on another song.
I'll bring it up again. I want to hear your thoughts on when he belts and it goes higher and higher.
Whatever.
It's just one of those songs where you listen to it like for 30 seconds and then you're like, oh, okay, just skip.
This may be Azerbaijan's second ever non-qualifier, and I'm very confident in saying that.
Womp womp. Oh well.
Sorry about it.
Okay. Next
No.
it's Georgia. Circus Mircus. The song is Lock Me In.
This is so silly and so quirky in a way that I can actually get behind, unlike Norway, where it feels like it comes from a place of authenticity. Is it the best song ever? No. Is it going to qualify? Who knows? However, I personally enjoy this. I think it's Logan. How dare you?
Sorry.
No, I really enjoy this. I listen to this quite a bit. I don't know what it is. I think it's just comparing it to the other dad garage band song of the year, which would be Bulgaria. This is like miles ahead. This is what I want to hear from middle-aged men making music in their back garden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's quirky and it's different. I really enjoy this. Bulgaria flop error. Sorry. Circus, Mircus.
Which was the only good part about that song.
Oh wow.
I shouldn't say the only good part, because I really was intrigued at the beginning where the bass and the guitar were in sync with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really did like that part. And once the quote unquote like talking rapping came in, I was like, okay. But then once it got to them singing, and it got like hella repetitive, I was like, nah, that's it for me. I don't like this. Yeah, I only enjoy like the funk of it, and then that's about it.
Lewis?
Saving yourself for last. I see that. Okay. It's quirky the wrong way.
No.
Quirky.
No.
Yes. Norway is actually catchy, and this is nowhere near catchy. This is just fucking out. I don't even know how to critique it. It's just
It's Georgia. It's Georgia.
Okay,
It's
we will not be
Georgia,
comparing them to
Georgia.
Tony Kipiani. We will not do them that day.
It's better than Tornike Kipiani.
It is both of them.
this is. I prefer the fucking salad song to this. This is no. No.
You know what? I'm gonna hold my mouth.
So here's the interesting thing. Eris, you're actually not alone. I don't hate this. This song has grown on me. I'll be honest. I was very confused the first couple times I listened.
How much sleep did you get?
What?
I know you're sleep deprived, but
Like 4 hours of sleep.
I'm concerned.
This isn't anywhere close to my top 10. Like, don't think it's in my top 10, but like, no, it's like, it's quirky in a way that like Georgia's entries are very interesting for me because either I love them or I hate them. And this is kind of the one exception where like I don't dislike this song because there's a lot of elements that I actually kind of like a little bit.
Logan, let me ask, when was the last time you liked Georgia's entry for adult Eurovision, not junior Eurovision?
My love,
I actually really liked Take Me As I Am.
How do you want
2020
me?
entry, I actually don't dislike.
Okay, that's fair.
But I think the last time I truly could like, if I had been a full Eurovision fan at the time, I think the last time I would have truly stand Georgia would have been Nina Sublati and Warrior.
Valid.
So the 1 year they sent something normal, but
and it got completely covered in smoke.
Exactly. Yeah, no, this is not like anywhere near my top 10, but like I don't dislike this song. It's not going to qualify. There's not a universe in the world this if it was in semifinal 1, I think there's a universe that Georgia qualifies, but it's not going to qualify out of this.
Not in this group.
No. Not in this group.
No. And someone else that's probably not going to qualify out of this group, Emma Muscat singing Out of Sight. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I am what I am.
I am
I am what I am, and what I am is a bad song. Sorry.
I don't get this out of sight.
Actually,
reference. You need to explain that for me.
Sam.
Okay, so
Sam.
Lewis, to fill you in,
Okay.
the Malta Eurovision Song Contest, which was their national selection, Emma Muscat, who won it with a different song called Out of Sight, which I think is better out of between the two.
I agree.
So yeah, no, after she won, she decided to change the song to this.
Oh,
So Sam, I'm actually going to change my mind.
So this is yours.
This is my perfectly inoffensive award.
This was a nominee for me.
The difficulty here is like, my difficulty is not even with the fact that she changed the song, because in the bylaws of the Malta Eurovision Song Contest, you can. It's not the first time it's happened. I believe this happened in 2018 or 2017, something like that. But the difficulty I have is with what Emma has said about changing the song. So she wrote Out of Sight, and she said that song fits more into the music that she regularly creates. I was actually a very, very big fan of Out of Sight. Like, if it was Out of Sight as opposed to I Am What I Am, I probably would have Malta in my top 10. But the difficulty is, she talked about how she was presented with this song, and the entire reason, for the most part, that she changed her song was because this song was catchier.
Womp womp.
And the difficulty is, I think Out of Sight really would have stood out in this.
I would agree with that too.
Like,
Yeah.
among all of the songs, I think that song would have stood out so well. Instead, what she's left with is a Junior Eurovision reject.
Literally.
not
This-
this. I sorry.
No, it's fine, Lewis. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Lewis.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I will. I think this is a catchy song, just in a more commercial way than a Eurovision way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
absolutely does.
I mean, the only thing I really have to add to this song is it's in the same genre that a lot of songs are this year. And I would probably say, out of like the dreamy pop ballady songs on the women's side of the vocals this year, this is by far one of the weakest. Because it's up against some really strong songs in that genre this year. I mean, this doesn't hold a candle to Hold Me Closer or oh, what's that?
Breathe.
Ella or Die Together or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, completely.
I don't see this qualifying. I don't. Sorry, Emma Muscat.
Yeah, and if she does, she's not. I don't see her. I could see her being like bottom half of the right side.
I honestly, if this makes the final, she's bottom 5.
I was a little generous with my ranking of this. I
You're very
liked
generous
it,
with some
but
other songs.
again, it was nothing.
Yeah, I just think the main
Yeah,
issue
I mean,
is too generic.
I was generous enough to even put Georgia in my ranking to begin with. So yeah.
Bitch.
Well, yeah, no, and it's difficult because, like, Out of
This song makes
Sight.
me sick.
Okay. Out of Sight just fit this like pop gospel soul situation that, again, I think would have just really stood out a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, but pause for dramatic effect just to see if Lewis has anything else to
Nice
say.
gowns, beautiful gowns.
Boo.
Very fucking that. Let's move on. Oh god. Okay, next up is San Marino, Achille, Lauro, stripper. Someone say some nice things before I rip this to shreds.
I think he's cute still. That's it.
He looks
Oh
very
my god,
good.
are me and Logan agree?
I
Thank
was
God.
gonna say Achille Lauro looks like Demanio David if you reversed his hair color and makeup.
No,
You know
this
what,
is
Very
no,
cool.
this is
this is a lot of people had, like, because he had
Yeah.
also competed in the Italian in San Remo. Obviously lost against Previdi. Just
and got didn't even lose. Got 14th out of 25.
Yep.
Somehow
Yeah,
snuck his way into the San Marinese automatic qualifier and somehow won. Someone say some at least half positive things before
I can't, because I think this is honestly just spitting in the face of Sunit. And I just
agree.
think that our San Marinese goddess deserves better. If I haven't made it abundantly clear, I am Sunit's #1 fan. I'm her only fan. If she has 1,000 fans, I'm one of her fans. If she has 1 fan, I'm that fan. And if she has no fans, I am dead. Achille Lauro, I don't know how many fans he has, but they're not as many as Sunit. In terms of the song, it's cute. It's not going to qualify. Not for San Marino. Probably not if it came from the Big Five. Well, no, obviously not. If it came from any other country, it probably wouldn't. But coming from a country like San Marino that already struggles to qualify, this hasn't got a flying fucking chance in hell. Yeah, nice instrumentals, but the
Yeah,
lyrics are a
that
little
was
over
going to
the
be
top.
my only positive thing to say about it.
Yeah, I like the
instrument.
hey. I like the hey where he's like, I don't know, hey, and then that's it.
I do also like Personal Jesus. The Personal Jesus.
Jesus.
Okay, Logan, let him have it.
Thank you very much. Okay, this is an excuse for a song. He has absolutely no stage presence, no charisma, can't sing this well live. The studio version sounds like shit. He's done nothing in the preseason to even boost San Marino in the way that Sunit has over the last 2 years. And even Serhat did a better job of promoting San Marino than this man has. The other difficulty I have is, for as much of a fucking disaster as Una Voce de San Marino was this year, there were a lot of really quality songs that would have given San Marino their best placement ever. And instead, for some ungodly reason, they chose a San Remo reject who just took his blazer off and is somehow captivating these audiences in San Marino. I'm so sorry. This is the only reason why Slovenia is 39th in my ranking, because San Marino is 40th.
Listen, San Marino may be the oldest country in the world, but apparently they've never seen a twink with tattoos before. Well,
They almost sent so I think like third place in their contest was this ginger twink from the UK, and I was like, that would have been really funny.
He's really good too.
His song was really good.
The song was really good.
Aaron Sibley, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Aaron, go off. But
I love how awkward it was towards the end when they were about to crown Achille, because they announced that Aaron Sibley was third, and then he was just like, what do I do? He just casually walks like off.
Literally.
Oh, Aaron.
I loved every moment of it. But no, the difficulty is like there were a lot of really good. Christina Ramos' Heartless Game was one of the best songs of the year.
That was a good song.
It got paid dust. And even like the runner-up, More Than You, was a better song. Like it just Achille Lauro also only won by 1 point. I just want to point that out.
Wow, it really is Una Voce for San Marino.
And that Una Voce ain't gonna qualify. Moving on, because I don't want to talk about this anymore. Aha! Yay, Australia! Yeah.
Okay, so my opinion on this has changed quite a bit. If you watched Australia Decides review, where I essentially shat on absolutely every single song and had nothing positive to say about any of them, apart from maybe Voyager. After seeing some of the car crashes that have been sent this year, like Stripper, my opinion has changed on this. Yeah, it's grown on me. I think I like it more. I didn't deny that Sheldon has a beautiful voice, and they're gonna have the stage presence this song needs. I don't see a world where this doesn't qualify. This must qualify, because if it doesn't, I will be shocked.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to look beautiful on the stage at Torino.
Quickly, fuck Israel decides, and Israel calling how they treated Sheldon, because
Agreed.
that host was absolutely awful. With I have yet to see the clip. I've seen numerous people talking about how the host called him ugly.
I watched it. It was disgusting.
Disgusting. Also, I saw his performance there. I know he was incredibly sick.
Yeah.
That week or that night.
Yeah.
Still solid. So I'm excited for the Eurovision performance, because
Pia Maria could never.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I'm excited for the performance. I adore this song. The meaning of this song is something that's very poignant to me. Yeah, I
Because gay.
no, not even
Well,
that.
but it's not even like just the gay thing. It's
I take it as gay. I understand there's a lot.
No, but obviously he's talking about his autism and how
all the things.
Yeah, all those things. But yes, I adore this song. I adore Sheldon. I love their image, like their aesthetic. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Do we know who Australia is currently paired with, as far as like European broadcasters are concerned? I know it used to be the BBC and it's not anymore. I believe it's Germany. I could be wrong, but in that case, I'm looking forward to a Eurovision co-hosted by Australia and Germany next year. I genuinely think he has a shot to win.
He does.
And I don't think Australia has had a solid shot to win since Damien.
What about the Cube lady?
That is Damien.
Oh, that is Damien.
That is Damien.
I was like, Cube lady? Yeah, that's Damien.
I liked Kate. What's her name?
Kate Miller-Heidke.
I loved her song.
No, see,
Zero Gravity wasn't a winner, but it was a really, really good song.
I'm still bitter that Courtney came fourth that year on Australia Decides.
Oh, thank fuck she did.
No, because if she'd sent body parts, she would have eaten it. She would have ate it up.
Yeah.
I think I really only have like one critique about this. Like everything about this song, I love, and it's what I look for in a Eurovision winner. This has a lot of potential to win Eurovision this year. I think the only one thing, and I know we talked about it during Australia Decides, but it's his breath control.
Yeah.
I feel like it's getting better.
It is getting better.
I definitely feel like he's gotten a lot better.
His Australia Decides jury performance, breath control was
phenomenal.
No, I mean the jury performance. His breath control was worse than his live show performance.
You're right.
His breath control when you got breast control.
Really?
Did Sheldon have that?
I'm still very upset that Charlie didn't win, but also like it's Sheldon Riley. I can't be too mad.
I'm upset that Charlie didn't get higher than Voyager.
Justice for Voyager.
Very bad. I also think we'll talk about the rest of the lineup. I think Sheldon is in the best position in the
Oh yeah.
Anyone after Achille Lauro is gonna look good. You could have put Malta after him, and Emma would have looked amazing. Like, and it helps also that it's just such a good song. But yeah, love Sheldon. We got to support the gays.
Of course.
There are less this year, is what I've noticed, which is upsetting.
Whatever.
Cyprus is up next. Andromache with Ella, Ella, Ella.
Okay, out of all like the dreamy girl pop ballads, this is the one to watch for me.
Yeah.
Alongside Sweden, for me, this is a front runner. I really think every country should be looking at Cyprus and be perceiving the song as a threat. It's catchy, it's beautiful, it's got it's got really beautiful lyrics. It's a earworm. The instrumentals are really beautiful. Yeah, for me, this song is like it. This is it.
Sam?
Oh, okay. I really like this too. I think compared to the past entries from Cyprus, at least within the past female entries, I think this is yeah, because we have El Diablo, we have Fuego, we have Replay. Like I'll even name La La Love. All very good songs. But this is very like distinct. Compared to like those entries, and I really like that for it. I'm very much into the vibe. I love it gave me very much like whimsical. Like I was very much kind of like a.
If I've learned anything,
it was almost like a hypnotized kind of thing. I think it's pretty catchy. I think it's perfectly solid. I think she has a solid voice. My only thing is, there's not really like a climax. I couldn't find like a moment.
Yeah.
If I've learned anything from Cyprus at Eurovision, Cyprus just needs to stop sending men. Like whenever Cyprus sends a woman, they tend to do really well. So like,
well, the one year recently they sent a man, it got canceled. So
it got canceled
exactly.
I actually really like that song, "Running." I really like
it. Is a solid song. It was a good song.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Cyprus definitely knows what's working for them. They still haven't won yet, which is infuriating.
I'm gonna be honest.
I think this is a step down from their last 4 entries or so. For me personally, I haven't been able to get into this as much as I did with Fuego, with El Diablo, with Replay? Yeah, Replay. But it's still definitely possibly qualifying, and I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't necessarily say, I understand your point about it being a step down. I would say instead of a step down, I would say honestly it's a step to the side. Because this is so it's difficult for me to compare.
I think it's because it's so different.
Yes, it's so completely different from the dance pop bangers that Cyprus has been sending recently, bar Sandro. And so
I'm not saying it's a step down in terms of. I'm just saying in my personal.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the dance pop more than I enjoyed listening to this.
And I definitely respect that. My thing is I'm just putting it on the side because it's difficult for me to compare them all. But hot take, I actually prefer this to Amanda Tenfjord. But I have no doubt that Greece is going to do better than Cyprus this year again.
Yeah.
Boo. I think this deserves better. However, I think this will be the first time that I could see Greece giving Cyprus 12 points where I won't be pissed off about it.
They're going to give each other 12 points, and I'm not going to be mad because I think both songs are really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly...
It must be nice to... Sorry, Logan.
No, you're fine, honey. I see a universe where this doesn't qualify because... And I have one reason why. In the way that I think Sheldon Riley is in the most advantageous position, I think Andromache is in the least advantageous position. Because they could have, honestly, I think if Cyprus was earlier in the lineup, I think I would be a little bit more confident in her qualifying. but she's coming after Sheldon, who we know is going to perform. And then this is kind of this just like breathy, airy, beautiful song. But I'm a little nervous for Cyprus.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair point too. Also, interesting thing with Cyprus is that with this entry, compared to all the entries, it has a distinction on not having like a live performance of it. I couldn't find one.
This, I think, is the only song we haven't heard live.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I think there may be one or two others, and I don't think we've heard Georgia live.
No, there is. I've heard them live. I heard them live.
They wear silly little masks. It's really cute.
Oh, that's cute.
And one of them had like a almost like a hedge beard.
Ooh, okay.
Kind of like the Vivian's look on Weird Science.
Oh, okay. I think it's also interesting. They chose Cyprus to close this half of the semifinal.
Mm-hmm.
So she's last, which I think in any other scenario and finishing last after, honestly, anyone other than Sheldon, I think she would be fine. But I really do think she's at a disadvantage going after Sheldon. And I think if Cyprus doesn't qualify, that's going to be the reason why.
It must be nice to come from a country where you know you'll never get 0 points.
Well,
right. That's fair. I'm so sorry. We're so sorry.
I'm not.
You leave my Northern King James Newman alone.
I'll give you my last breath. Moving on. So the opening of the second half of the second semifinal. That's right. When it's
Queen.
Which is not a bad position. Which is not a bad position to be in.
No,
I love her. I'm obsessed. Listen, this song is like pretty vapid.
Yes.
It stands out for me being that it's a pop song, but it's not a pop ballad. It's literally more pop dance. It's not what I would have expected from Ireland. I think Brooke's really talented for her age. She's probably she's nowhere near the strongest vocalist in this semi.
No.
I'm 50-50 on this qualifying just because this is a strong semi. If this was in the first semi, I could see this qualifying.
Yeah.
I could see this being 12th, really.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want this to qualify because I think this song has no hope of winning if we're being realistic. However, I do really enjoy this. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like just dug its way into my brain or something. I just really like this.
Oh, I'm truly obsessed with this song, and I have been since the Irish selection. Like,
did you? Sorry, I just wanted to. Did you see? I believe Brooke lost her passport coming back from Madrid or something,
Yes.
And she got accosted at the airport, and the police were watching her Eurovision live performance, trying to figure out who she was because she told them who she was. So there's a video on her TikTok of the police watching her perform on Ireland's selection competition.
I love it.
It was hilarious.
I love it.
Queen.
No, this is so vapid and dumb in the best way for me. Like this song is, I think, other than Serbia, this is the song that stands out the most because this is the only female dance pop song in this semifinal. And I think that is going to do her a lot of good things. This is a borderline qualifier for me, unfortunately, for the exact same reasons you brought up, Eris. But I just absolutely, there is something about this woman that
she's got the charisma.
She's got the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and the talent.
She's just cunt.
She's cunt. I hope her live vocal has gotten better. I've heard some live performances, and it's gotten better than it was on the Late Late Show. So I'm feeling confident. I'm very excited. Brooke, do the damn thing.
Yeah. I love you, Brooke. So, just yesterday they ended up Eurovision ended up doing this whole like house party
Oh God, the house
special.
party.
I don't know what to call it. It's like it was kind of like
It was called the house party, wasn't it?
I think it might have been house party, but yeah, no. Brooke's performance. So Brooke did like an acoustic version of this song, and she was really good. I arguably liked it maybe better than the original song, but I still really like this song. I love her voice. I love her energy. Her charisma is everything to me. I love the attitude that she brings to this song. Even though people are saying like, "Oh yeah, she's mean," people are like, "Oh yeah, she's coming off as mean because of the lyrics and whatever." I'm
If
like,
a man sang this song, no one would say a goddamn thing about it.
Yeah, I don't care.
right.
Feminist icon for shitting on men who are bad
Yeah.
at sex. I love her. If you are a lazy lover and she moves on to ones who move her, period. Work, Brooke.
Yeah, I just feel like if she qualifies, I could see it unfortunately getting like a bit like flushed out in the final. But I do wish her the best. I do wish her the best because I really love this song.
Yeah, I completely love this song. This is probably my favorite Irish entry since Ryan.
Was that the
Sheldon.
one with the two gay guys on the
Dude,
belt?
Leslie Roy like
I
that.
hated Maps. I really did, to be honest. I really hated Maps.
No, you're
And the
disrespecting the Leslie beings.
I hated Maps. I hated Maps the studio, and then the performance just made it hate it even
We don't
more.
talk about the
We don't talk about the
performance.
studio. We don't talk about treadmills. in
Okay,
this
well,
house.
We don't talk about treadmills in this house.
Anyway, I'm excited if they don't do, if they don't make Brooke do 10,000 things at once like they did Leslie, then this will.
Honestly, I would love to see
Be a
her on
moment.
stage with just her dancers and maybe a money gun at one point in the song.
There has to be a money.
And also,
gun.
if they don't break a camera,
Right.
yeah.
Wait, did Leslie break a camera?
No, but
Oh,
she wasn't the one that broke the camera, but like right before Maps was about
I
to,
did remember that one time where like they held up for 5 minutes waiting for
yeah,
the performance.
yeah,
So that
because
makes
one of the
sense.
cameras broke or something like that.
They just couldn't handle Leslie Roy's iconic energy. I'm sorry.
Really. I'm pretty sure she's I heard somewhere that she's gonna be the representative in the final.
Oh, the
for Ireland.
spokesperson?
Yeah, the spokesperson.
I will say this now. I have two people in mind for two other countries. So if San Marino isn't Cine, I'll be pissed off.
Yep.
Because of how the BBC is after launching BBC Three, I really, really fucking want Bimini Bombulash to be our spokesperson for the UK.
I think it's already announced, was it not?
Who? Oh, if it's not Bimini, I'll be upset.
I know
think-
it's literally our points announcement is taking place just down the road from me. So if I get in the back of the shot, I'm gonna try and get in the back of the shot when the UK
Oh my
announces
god,
their
not
points.
Manchester calling.
It's gonna be in Salford immediately. I'm gonna be right there.
I didn't mean to dox you, Lewis. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't see any official things yet, but you probably know more than I do. So,
As long as it's not Amanda fucking Holden. Amanda holding my breath for someone better, please.
that's right.
Hasn't Nigella Lawson already done it?
Oh my god, I would cry.
And our 12 delicious points go to
The
Ukraine.
Ireland.
Ukraine.
12
Sweden.
Please get Nigella Lawson.
Albania. I would cry. I would cry, scream, and throw up.
Imagine she has a food platter and she lifts it up and reveals a little flag.
I would love it so much. Okay, we have to move on to North Macedonia. 2 years in a row represented by gays. Let's go. Andrea Kemska. The song is Circles. What do we think?
I like this.
I like this.
For me, it's on the
Same.
border of qualifying. I see it in a similar position to Brooke, maybe. Yeah, around similar position to Brooke.
Yeah.
I really enjoy. There's an emotional intensity to it. I really enjoy. I just think because of the genre that it's in, and we've said this so many times these past 2 episodes, it's gonna struggle because there are other songs that are like this that are so strong. Yeah, and it breaks my heart that this is 40th in the odds because I think it deserves better than that.
I agree with that. I personally really like this song. I like this song ever since like the North Macedonian national finals. This was my
your 12,
pick.
yeah.
This was my 12 points for the North Macedonian finals. She sings with a lot of depth. You can hear a lot of depth and intensity in her voice, like you mentioned, Eris. I love her runs. I think she sounds better live than the recording. I love the words. I think the climax could be more powerful, and I feel like vocally she could push herself a lot more.
One thing I will add is, when is North Macedonia going to send Eve 6000? I've got to check up my sleeve.
Anyway, I also really like this song. This was not my 12 points from the Macedonian selection. Thank God they sent this over Superman. As hot as Victor Apostolovsky is,
that was probably the only thing he had going for him. The sex appeal.
He would have had to perform shirtless, and then maybe in some universes would have qualified, but not in the semifinal. No, I also really think this is the revamp, bar Albania, because obviously I'm very biased towards Ronella. Obviously, I think this is the second best revamp of the year. It wasn't, and it was very subtle things that they revamped.
Okay,
but I really like it. I love her. I want her to do so well. Is this going to qualify? I'm just being a realist. I don't think it's going to qualify.
No.
I feel like it would be a borderline qualifying at most.
Yeah, I really like this song.
12th or 13th, I would say. Maybe not even that. This is such a hard semi because of... Oh my god, that was gross as hell. This is a hard semi-final because of the amount of really popular songs that are in this semi. I really feel for Andrea.
I've taken really warmly to North Macedonia recently. I don't know what it is, but these last couple of years I've been really hooked by North. Probably, yes, completely. I was so upset when they didn't qualify last year. I was so upset that they didn't qualify. I was so upset that they didn't qualify, but fucking Johnny Cast t-shirt did. Like,
we are not starting a discussion on Belgium because God help me, Hooverphonic. Anyway,
release me if
you're in the wrong place. Yeah, you're in the finals. That's definitely the wrong place for you.
Yeah, I love this song. It's right up my alley. I don't know what it is about it. It's just one of those just deep and slow songs that I love. If it is going to struggle to qualify, I'll be upset because I've ranked it pretty fucking high.
I was fully prepared to come into this with Sam and I being the only ones to like this song, and I'm really pleasantly surprised.
I'm really glad you like this though.
No, I'm just being a realist. This screams 14th or 15th to me, unfortunately. I also think she's at a bit of a disadvantage coming right after Brooke. I think it's going to be it's a weird tonal shift in a way that I don't necessarily know if audiences are going to latch onto, but I want the best for her.
Absolutely.
So next up, we're going to Estonia. Stefan, the song is Hope, and fuck Ukusuviste. What do we think?
My husband.
This is a huge step up
from Ukusuviste. I wouldn't wish anything bad upon my worst enemies unless we're talking about my enemy, Ukusuviste. Fuck you, Ukusuviste. You know what you fucking did. Anyway, Sam, continue.
I love this song from the get-go when it was first announced in Estelol. It wasn't like my winner pick, but it was up there for me. Like, I really love this song, and I still do. I love the country vibe of it. I love he's probably out of the males, I think he has one of my favorite voices. Because again, he also sings with a lot of depth. He has a lot of soul in that voice. I love the music. I just love the song overall. Although I feel bad because there was one point, I think he performed it live, which he sounds great live, but there was one point where he forgot like a line.
I love that. Wait, I'm so sorry. Nothing, as far as forgetting lines, nothing is gonna beat fucking Emily Roberts from Germany.
Oh my god.
And she wrote that song, didn't she?
She wrote it.
She wrote it.
How do you forget a song you fucking wrote?
And it's Airbus.
Anyway, Lewis, talk about how you hate this song.
Hold on, I've got praise to lavish on this first before Lewis takes a big fucking dump on it.
And then I'll close with a lot of really positive things to say. So we're
good. Fuck you, Lewis. Not literally, but no, I really like this. Stefan is my Eurovision Husband of the Year, whereas Demanio David was mine last year. Or Vasil, actually, never mind.
Damiano.
I can't help that I've got a thick Yorkshire accent, and Italian names are never going to work with my bloody voice.
Damiano.
Stop making fun of me accent. Right. No. Right, as I was saying, yeah, I really love this. I love the country vibe. It's not something we'd ever expect to see in Eurovision, as it's already oversaturated in American Song Contest, and we're not even halfway through the first year.
No, we're over half.
Are we? Well, I've not been keeping up.
There's only 11. There's only one heat left, so
shit. Anyway, yeah, I really love this. I think it's really different. It's a beautiful standout. I think he's got a really great voice. I love the rasp in his voice. I think he's got really great tone. I think what will make or break this is the staging, because if they put him up there with about 50 fucking cowboy backup dancers, it's going to kill this song.
Okay, so the staging of this is like, so it's him playing a guitar, obviously, but then also there's like this like duel going on.
It's a spaghetti western like duel. Like think of like a western movie, and that's what it is on stage.
Please, let's not maps this song. Let's not do to Stefan what Eurovision did to Leslie Roy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a really big step up. This is the first song from Estonia I could see qualifying for the first time in a while. I don't remember when Estonia last qualified. I think it was with that girl with the weird haircut in 2017.
I'm going to look it up real quick because I don't remember either.
But yeah, I have a lot of love for this song, and it's one of my favorites. Now on to Lewis and his lack of taste.
I just really struggle to enjoy this style of song. I think that's all it is. I struggle with country. I struggle with particularly this kind of country where it's just really slow, and I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Yeah. It's a divisive style of music for sure. Luckily for me, I listen to country music outside of Eurovision, and that's most of what I listen to. Also, for clarification, Eris, Estonia last qualified in 2019, actually.
What was their song?
I haven't rewatched 2019.
Storm, Victor Kron.
Oh.
And then before that, they qualified the year prior with Alina Nikayeva.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Okay, well, they should have thought about that before they sent Ukulele Ceviche, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Well, at least they didn't send Alina again, because she literally fell from like a 10-foot.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was bad. And then, funny enough, before that, someone else who competed this year, before that, they qualified last in 2015 with Stig Rasta, Goodbye to Yesterday, which is one of my favorite Eurovision songs of all time. So
I posted that clip of the performer falling off the harness onto the floor, and one of my friends who doesn't watch Eurovisions asked me if she was okay, And I fully lied to them and told them that she died, and they believed me until I saw them in person. I was like, no, that was a joke, by the way.
Not only did she fully survive, she got right back up and started singing in an operatic style again.
Oh, she has a beautiful voice.
But no, I love Stefan. I love country music. There's so many people that aren't calling this country, and I'm like, hi, hello, hi. This is country music. This is not, I love my tractor and I married my sister. It's not that kind of country, but it's a very
New boot goofing.
Oh God, don't fucking remind me of that song, Eris. Anyway, Stefan is great. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if this is gonna qualify.
It better do.
I hope.
I want it to. Obviously, I see a universe this doesn't.
That's fair.
I will take it personally if it doesn't qualify.
Fair enough. Hola mi baby. Hola mi baby. I love this song.
Okay, so fun fact: this is the second song in Eurovision history to have the title of Yamame.
Yep.
So just to get into this, love this. Out of the Twinks doing pop ballads, which is exclusively this in Israel, I love this more. I actually like this. I can stomach this. Will this qualify? I don't think it has a shot in hell. However, I think it's super catchy. I really enjoy it. The live performances, the vocals, not the best thing on earth, but I love the choreography, and I love that they had to have two straight couples dancing on stage with him, despite the fact this song has so much queer, like not even subtext, just context in general.
They cross, so at one point it's the two women and the two men.
Oh no, I love that. Work for me. It's nice of you to make progress.
If you look at his national final performance as opposed to his winner's reprise performance, they don't do it in the winner's performance, but they do it in the original performance.
I love that.
I actually don't think he has since, because I don't think he's had 4 backup dancers since that performance.
Yeah. I really love the revamp of this. I think it's a major step up compared to like how it was originally released. I love the staging, I love the choreo, the vibe is there for me. I really like the live performance overall better than the recording, but I think that's me referring to like how it originally was. I just think he has a decent voice, not the strongest, but he can perform the house down.
He's got the energy. He's got stage presence, unlike some people, Achille, Lauro, that will remain unnamed.
Lewis.
I think I'm in a similar boat with my opinion on Finland with this song. That I get into it better with every listen. I think it's going to be better on the night than the studio version. I've only exclusively listened to the studio versions thus far, but it's something that takes it gets better with every listen. But on first listen, I didn't really enjoy it. I wasn't really getting into it.
I just think he's fierce.
This is my dark horse pick to get top 10.
I would love that.
I really think, I don't know, I just feel like I'm coming after Estonia too. Like, Andre is in such an interesting position. We'll talk about the song after him, but like, I think he's in such an interesting position between two very much so slower songs that I think he's going to stand out in this semi. And honestly, if he qualifies, I would love to see this open the final.
Oh, let me, baby. Yeah.
Like, could you imagine opening with this and closing with like Ronella?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's the ideal world. That's the world I want to live in.
Because I feel like, I don't know, there's a couple different people that I feel like could close and open the final. But yeah, I love this song. I really want him to do well because this is a great song. So Moving on to our resident American in the contest this year. He is American Polish. This is
I'm glad
Achman.
he chose the right contest.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
Although, as a white man, I'm sure the juries in American Song Contest probably would have.
Oh, he would have.
marked him
Oh, yeah,
straight
he would have been
forward.
a jury selection, no problem.
Phoebe, get off my laptop, please. Sorry, my cat.
I love this.
Yeah, I'm
love this.
I'm going to say this now. I could see this win. I really
Absolutely.
could see this win.
I can see the universe. I can see multiple
Absolutely.
universes.
It's a gorgeous song, and his vocals are top tier. I think he's one of the best vocalists this year, in my opinion. His runs are gorgeous. Even when he did the his national selection, he was a bit sick and was a bit out of it. He still delivered a good performance.
Still won by a large margin.
Still won, yeah. This is a gorgeous song, and probably my favorite thing Poland has sent in a while. Not to say I didn't enjoy Rafal giving us Gary Barlow realness, but
I didn't.
Wait, did you enjoy that, Eris?
listen, it was cringe, but I listened to it quite a bit.
Damn. Okay.
It's taking all of my willpower to not remove you from this stream.
So
If you're
back
gonna
on
judge me, just remember how Lewis scored Bulgaria and Switzerland, okay?
Okay, so
Okay, you're right.
back onto Achman. This is one of my tops of the year. I really love the song. I mean, one of the best voices I would say. Sorry.
Very sumptuous to call him a top.
My God. Anyways, I think he has he has probably one of my favorite voices. I love his falsetto.
Agreed.
It adds such like a haunting aspect to it. Like there's a bit of like haunt in there, which I love for it. I think this is a masterpiece. I love the bridge. I think the song showcases his voice really well. My only thing is I think he could use a bit more stage presence. I think he needs a bit more confidence.
Mm.
And that's exactly why I like this song. I don't love this song, but I'm very, very happy that Poland is going to qualify for the final for the first time since 2017. Even though Alicia would have qualified and probably won Eurovision with Empires, but anyway.
Hey.
I don't know. It's interesting again because we have so many male pop power ballads that like weirdly with listening to this more, it's kind of fallen in my rankings a little bit.
No.
I like it. I wouldn't be upset if it won. It's just not one of my personal favorites.
I can't wait for Rainbow Flags to get confiscated at Warsaw 2023.
That part.
Warsaw is in Poland, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, work.
I have not said anything yet. I love it. I love the it's just very orchestral. I love orchestra style instrumentation. Again, it showcases his voice really well. If he lacks stage presence, that'll be upsetting because I think there's a lot you can do with a song like this.
I want him to do this song justice with his stage performance.
Completely.
Great.
Well, we know Poland isn't the best with staging, so this will qualify, but Montenegro is up next, returning to the contest. We've got Vladana. The song is Breathe.
I love this. I think this is really good.
It's so dreamy. I don't know if is that the right word?
I could see that.
Just
yeah.
In a very powerful way, yes.
Yeah, it's almost like I kind of have a similar feeling to like with listening to this as I have with like Ella. Where it kind of gets me like in a trance kind of thing. Like she's very captivating.
Ow. So I'm
she-
gonna have to go feed my cat because she's scratching me.
Weird thing. Her lower range is what I love most.
You love a female alto.
I do love myself a female alto, especially the contraltos. The contraltos. So for her to start that low and then eventually build up that high, even though it wasn't as strong up there than it is down here, I just think it's perfectly solid. Although I think of her like Barcelona performance and
not great.
The whoever was doing the audio did her so dirty. I'm not sure if it was the same for like every other act that performed that night, but like there was so much echo going on.
Was that the night that, because all the pre-parties are kind of melding in my head, was that the night that Ronella also had issues? It was like Ronella had issues, and then I think it was I think We Are Domi also had issues.
Maybe.
There was one where like everyone was like, oh my god, Ronella's not going to qualify. Oh my god, Ronella's not going to qualify. And it's because the audio was fucked up.
Yeah, like the audio in Barcelona here was also like fucked up.
Yeah. I love this song. I don't think it's going to qualify, unfortunately. But I love this song because I think this is the most timely song because she wrote this about a family member or a friend, I don't remember which, who passed from COVID. And so, like, with that context in mind, like, it just makes it even more powerful for me. The music video, I think, is the most beautiful music video of the year. Her live vocal is not where I would like it to be, and that's honestly why I have difficulty thinking that she will qualify. I think she's also in the second most disadvantageous position, coming after Achman.
I don't have many thoughts towards this song. Unfortunately, it is in that sort of space and genre that I don't really enjoy. I think she's got a beautiful vocal and it may do well, but personally for me, it's just not something I would listen to casually.
Fair.
Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns.
Okay, I was absolutely captivated with this song from start to finish. I think this was the song that captivated me the most when I listened to all these songs. I mean, I was obviously captivated by Sheldon, but I think when I was exploring new avenues with the rest of the songs, this was the one that. So yeah, this one was the one that I was just like so engaged with, and I was like just mesmerized, absolutely mesmerized. So yeah, and given the context that Logan just told me, that yeah, it just yeah.
I want nothing but the best for her, and I would love to see Montenegro qualify for the final. I just there's like 4 or 5 songs in this because the semifinal is so good that I feel like just severely on the bubble, and this I think is one of those songs that we might lose because of I think this is another one I think similar. I think we talked about it with Estonia. This is one that's going to be made or broken by the staging.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they decide to do with the staging is going to be the reason as to why she qualifies or not.
I would like this to have similar staging to Jamala's song 1944. Something like that, which just her on stage with a very powerful lighting setup, I think would do it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be really simplistic.
Honestly, along those same lines, because I'm now thinking of 1944, because in the music video, she has this like blue face cracking effect. And I think if they were somehow if they somehow replicated that in the staging, either like on the floor or like behind her, I really think with the waterfall stage, which we'll talk about at the very, very end, we'll talk about the staging a little bit. I think this could be incredibly powerful, especially coming after. It's so interesting, this coming after Poland, because they're so starkly different in message that I unfortunately, I don't know. I just don't know. Montenegro is the biggest question mark for me, which is unfortunate because I want nothing but the best for her. But next up is Belgium. Jeremy McKees. The song is "Miss You."
I am on the fence about this one because I really love this song. I really do. But it's very hard to sing. This is a very hard song to sing.
Yeah.
And you can see that in his live performances because it's not the strongest compared to the bar that he set with the recording. I think it's one of those things where I think he bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah, I was gonna say this in the studio version of this, the vocals are really gorgeous and I really enjoyed it. I think this is a really great song. But the live performance with every Eurovision song will make or break this. And if he can't hit those notes, it's gonna spell trouble. But who knows? It worked for Hooverphonic.
Fuck no.
Johnny
I love this song. I really love this song. I think I wasn't expecting the change of direction in the song where it goes from really, I don't know, slow and then all of a sudden
the tempo change
goes into exactly. But it was really, I really warmed to it. I really was welcomed by it. I wasn't expecting it, and I think that's why I love it because, sometimes a change of direction doesn't work, but this was one of those where I thought it did. I'm trying to think of it because there was a song in semi-final 1 where the tempo changed and it just ruined it completely, but I can't remember which song
was it Disco by LPS?
Probably. But yeah, I love the song. It's one of those songs where it's such a difficult semi, but I would really love to see this.
Yeah,
Lewis, you said that about Denmark.
Oh.
Denmark was the one that you had the problem with.
Okay.
I was like, I remembered what it was. It was like there, and I looked at the list. I was like, it was fucking Denmark. You had a problem with that.
Probably, yeah.
So here's my difficulty. This is one of my favorite songs to listen to of the contest this year.
Mm-hmm.
In a competitive setting, I don't like this as much. I don't like thinking of this song as a competitive song. And it's difficult because like it's really, really good. I have absolutely no faith in his live vocal. I'm going to be really honest. I've heard some of his other live vocals for other songs, and they're just not great. And as much as I want to like love this, it's difficult. Also, he's really hot. But, yeah. Well, we've got 2 more to talk about in the semifinal, and then 3 of the big 5.
Here we go.
There.
Everyone shut the fuck up. This is my choice to win.
This is also my choice to win.
Yeah, same.
I am a Cornelia Jacobs stan before I'm a human being. This song is in my blood. When I tell you I am obsessed with this, I've got it on repeat. The first time I listened to it, it made me slide down a wall dramatically and cry. This song is, it wouldn't shock me if Eurovision goes back to Sweden for 2023. And
I'd be happy with it.
Literally, the vocals are gorgeous. The lyrics are gorgeous. Cornelia Jacobs' stage presence is just soul-shattering. This is everything. Yeah, this is the top dog for me to win this year. It is such a gorgeous song, and I'm just obsessed with the way it's performed. I can't say anything else because this song is just chef's kiss.
I don't have
me.
I don't have anything bad to say about this. Like
I
I love this song. She has an amazing voice. I think what really gets me with this song is her rasp. When the rasp comes in, especially with the higher notes, that's where I'm sent. Because it showcases her voice really well. I can tell. I think she partly wrote this, right? Or did she wrote?
She's a co-writer. I believe she wrote most of it. She has a co-writer, but I think she did the bulk of it.
Yeah, because I can tell like this means a lot to her. And I love her stage presence. Just the way she carries herself on stage is everything.
I hate this. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my
I
would have ended this and like
killed you.
No, I fucking adore this. I really do. This was the one where I was looking forward to listening to it before I even heard it because everybody's talking about Jacobs. This was the one name that I just kept on hearing. Like all of the Eurostans talking about Cornelia, and I got everything I was expecting and more. I think this is definitely a contender for the win. And I hate how good Sweden is at Eurovision.
Yeah.
I really do.
They literally one win off being matching with Ireland for the most wins, I believe.
They have 6
and Ireland has 7, if I'm correct.
Ireland does have 7, yes.
Yeah. It's so interesting. I'm gonna go back on when we did Melfest, I famously did not give this my 12 points. I'm gonna retroactively change that. As much as I stan Faith Kakembo with every fiber of my being, no, it has and always has been Cornelia Jacobs. I'm just so happy that the Swedish public got it right and didn't send Anders Bagge as much as he may be lovely and revered, because that song would have been Sweden's second non-qualifier ever. And they almost sent the woman who was the only non-qualifier for Sweden this year, which makes things even better. Now, I think it's interesting because when you look at I don't see a universe where she doesn't win this semifinal. Honestly, I think the only other person that could win this semifinal is Sheldon Riley. And I think when you look at winner potential, it's interesting this year because we've talked a lot about like songs on the bubble, and we've talked about like how there are very few songs that I think genuinely have a shot at winning. But then if you look a little bit like outwardly, I think there's a lot of songs that that have a very high potential for a top 10. But this is one of like 3 or 4 songs that I think genuine as much. And I don't think that includes Ranella as much as I love and adore her. We'll talk about a few more of the ones that I think genuinely have a shot later in this video, actually. But yeah, there is literally nothing negative to say about Cornelia Jacobs. The first time I heard this song, Eris, I also cried because this speaks to a situation that I've dealt with very recently.
Same.
And so, because I know your situation. Yeah, but
I would love heartbreak.
Who's ready to go to Sweden next year? I am. I'll be there.
The production crew of Drag Race, apparently.
I'm so excited.
No, but honestly, I know she can bring it. Her vocals have been amazing every single time she performs this. Like,
I want for her staging in this, honestly, I just want a massive version of that that spinning thing that she had in her Melfast performance. I just want that, but bigger. That's all I want from this.
I think the only thing is, like, in terms of staging with that, is that it might be a bit awkward when you're sitting there as a live audience member, because there's going to be a point where you don't even see her.
But, like, do I care? No.
That's fair.
Like, I would not care.
I would love to see her do something fanciful with the waterfall.
No, it's the...
I hope she starts with her feet in the waterfall. That's what I want.
Ooh.
Like, that's what I want out of this. God, we have to move on because I want to talk.
We'll be here all night.
We would.
Closing the show, slightly surprisingly, I'm going to be honest, and I'll talk in a second as to why I'm kind of surprised. Closing the show is the Czech Republic. We Are Domi, Lights Off.
Leads.
Yes. I honestly am really surprised that they chose for this to close. I personally think I would have swapped this in Ireland. Because I think closing with Brooke would have been so fun. And I think opening this half with We Are Domi would have been a lot stronger. With that being said, this is one of my favorite songs of the year.
I love this song a lot as well.
It's Ellis Mraz, but I like it.
Anyone knows me knows I have like a massive bias towards anything to do with Yorkshire. So the fact that this band formed when they were in Leeds just like speaks to me on a spiritual level. Other than that, I really love the song. I think they've got great cohesion as a group. I think the music video was really cute. Well, cute in it's a weird dystopian fiction way. But
it's cool. It's really
cool, yeah. Cool. There's an authenticity to them. There's a coolness to them. I think they can qualify, and I think they will. I don't know. There's a lot of people. It's just so hard to predict with this group. Yeah. Because we've said it a million times. It's a really strong group. If they do, I could see them doing top side of the right-hand board, maybe.
I will say my only thing is I like the recording better than the live version, because
I was just about to say, I don't think I'm going to enjoy a performance out of this rather than the studio.
Yeah, because I've seen it performed live, and it's not the best.
I will say
it wasn't as good as it was when they had that live performance video for the Czech Republic.
I will say Domenica's I believe that's how you say her name, Domenica, I think. Her vocals have gotten a lot better. If you look on the We Are Domi Twitter specifically, her live vocal has gotten a lot stronger over the last couple of days, and she's become a lot more confident in hitting those notes. I think this truly is it's going to be a make or break based solely on if she can hit the high notes.
Yeah.
Can hit it, it's going to be a spectacular way to close the show. If she doesn't hit it, they're not qualifying. And it's a lot of pressure, but unfortunately, that's kind of the situation that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
It is Eurovision. It's shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you've got to do it, and you've got to do it now, and you've got to do it as hard as possible. So, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember, because this was the first national selection that we talked about.
Yes.
It was the first of the year.
Yes, it was.
I'm still upset about Ellis Mraz, and I'm upset she didn't make. So she also competed in Una Voce de San Marino.
What is with people losing their national selections and going to San Marino?
Well, she was the first. She was the first, and she did it legally, unlike Achille Lauro. Because all of a sudden, as soon as he lost San Remo, he was somehow a pre-qualified artist into Una Voce de San Marino, but whatever. But yeah, so that is semifinal 2. We've got 3 more to talk about from the Big 5, and we're gonna start with Germany. Malik Harris with Rock Stars.
The damage 21 Pilots has done to our society.
Fuck right off. No. I will. You're such a cunt for that. I fucking hate you for that.
Lewis, I got your back. Don't worry.
No, this is. I want to like this because I really like the intro to it, but when it gets into the rap, it's just I don't know, slow rap for me never really works. I do just feel like it's dated in the sense that it feels a lot like something we would see in 2016. God bless, and I'll shut up now before Lewis shivs me.
This is nowhere near a 21 Pilot song. Let me be real.
Yes, it
real
fucking
clear about
is. It is.
It's nowhere near a fucking 21
Yes, it
Pilots.
is.
The rap's giving NF, if anything.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah. But I hate NF. But I do like this.
Fair.
I hate when the rap, there's two parts of the rap. I prefer the softer rap at the start, and then he starts to go crazy, and then it just like gets angrier and angrier, and then I start to hate it. But I like the song in general. It's okay. it's
This ain't a winner.
It's not a winner.
It's not a winner.
No.
But I'm on a similar boat. Although it had to take me like a couple listens to like really get into it. I don't know. There's something about his voice and the song that I kind of found off. I think it's when he sings the word rock stars like in the chorus.
rock
stars.
It's almost like Jennifer Coolidge singing Rockstar.
Okay.
Oh, I want to be in the top 5 of Eurovision so bad.
I think it's
I'm
like
gonna enjoy listening to this one.
Yeah, no, I enjoy listening to this. I can
Good to
tell
you.
the song has a lot of meaning to him.
Yes.
It's just I think there was so going back to this Eurovision House Party special that was done yesterday. He ended up performing a song that he had written back in 2018, and I liked that a lot better than this, because Malik Harris truly is like a talent. He's a very talented musician. He's a talented singer at that too. It's just this song doesn't do him as justice as like the song he wrote in 2018.
Well,
I don't really hate NF. He's okay.
I feel kind of similarly to this song, and I'll explain why, because it's not going to make sense when I make this comparison. But this song gives me a lot of
21 Pilots.
No, Amen by Vincent Marino from last year.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I say that is more so because I've listened to some of his back catalog, and I agree with you, Sam. He's a very talented performer. The difficulty is like when you look at Austria from 2020 to 2021, he ended up writing a song that was a lot more personal to him so it was more so about him than about competing for his country. And I kind of feel that similar way with Malik. This has to do better than Jendrik, so I'm happy for Germany in that regard. However, I feel and I also feel the same way about like Belgium. Honestly, it's just like this is a good song. I just don't necessarily see it as a competitive song, and so in that regard, I don't know how well it's going to do.
At least Jendrik was better than Georgia this year.
That is true.
That is true.
And I don't.
Sorry, I just wanted to add more salt in the wound, Eris.
Using the text box to slight me. Bitch, you can't shame me. I saw how you ranked Bulgaria. Nothing you can say will ever faze me.
Nothing you say matters unless that camera is moving. Okay. Let's go to Spain, y'all.
Wait. Okay, so before we get into Spain, I want to take a slight moment to talk about the second place from Chanel, which was Rigoberta Bandini with Ay Mama. The staging of it just sends me because you just have this like I can just imagine that on the Eurovision stage and people being like, "What the fuck?" Because the second place staging was literally like you see that you have the big ass screen on like every Eurovision does, except like it shows like a nipple globe kind of thing.
Oh, now I know who you're on about.
Yeah, because
Titty
it's
lady.
a song about like women's reproductive rights and all that stuff, which is lovely and fabulous. But
It's giving boob.
take a video. What's
Slow mo.
Now, okay, I have to
I-
point out because I'm shocked Sam hasn't pointed it out by now. Yes, I do acknowledge that in our Benidorm Fest video, I did not give this any points.
And I gave this 8 points.
Boo.
I acknowledge that. This has become one of my absolute favorites. I love this woman with every fiber of my being. I genuinely think Spain has a shot to win. I
think
the
so too.
video, watch it slow mo.
But you can tell
But he
having
has
done
not
all, so she's done basically every single pre-party that there's been. You can tell she's tired of this song. And that's my concern.
Signore. I'm obsessed with this song, I'm gonna be honest. It's just because I mean a pop diva in a silver bodysuit for this year.
Made by Drag Race España winner Carmen Farala, I would like to add.
Queen, legend, icon.
Sorry for spoiling that, Sam.
Oh,
No,
I already
done.
know that.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
I forgot that you're currently watching season.
No, I know what happens. Obviously,
Okay,
I'm at the reunion episode actually, but yeah.
This song is I just love it so much. It's so catchy, it's so poppy, it's so dancey. It's vapid, meaningless. But it's gorgeous. And I think she has such charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. She's gonna obviously be dancing and singing at the same time, which is fucking difficult. But I have a feeling
does it well. And she does it well.
fiercely. She in like of all the artists this year, she is my number 2 in most adjacent to being a drag queen. Second only to Ronella.
Yay!
Only because of that Yara Sofia wig she has in the music video.
Also,
you know what I mean?
Speaking of Ronella again, I love the friendship that Ronella and Chanel have.
Oh my god,
created.
yes!
Like they're honestly just my favorites. Like them,
They're
plus,
adorable.
Them plus Brooke and someone else. Like they're
Vladana.
And Vladana, yeah, I love them all. Lewis,
I
please
love
don't tear
this.
this apart.
I'm not going to tear this apart. I love this. I don't know if there's much else I can add because everything you've said basically just covers what I would say. It's everything I love about Eurovision. It's going to be a moment on the stage with the audience. Everyone's going to be fucking dancing and jumping and everything. And
Slow mo.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, Lewis. I really hope she gets drawn in the second half because imagine this closing.
Oh my god, that would be iconic.
Because if she gets drawn in the first half, she's performing right before halftime. If she gets drawn in the second half, she's probably closing the show.
Work.
And I would love to see either scenario. So, work, Chanel. Last up for the year, we got to talk about the UK. Sam Ryder, Spaceman, another song, despite what most people in the UK seem to think, another song I honestly think has a really good shot at winning.
I
really do
love this song a lot. I also do have a little bit of a bias with Sam Ryder because
he's hot.
Yes.
Not only that, but also like years ago, he made a TikTok and I like duetted him, and then he ended up like reposting it on his Instagram.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But to get into the song. Oh, sorry, Sam, are you still?
No, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. To get into the song though, I think lyrically it's very interesting. Vocally, Sam has incredible vocals. He's got that amazing falsetto. My only wish for this is please do not put that man on stage in a fucking astronaut costume or with a giant spaceship. Like, please don't overdo it with the staging. I think Sam's personal sense of style is really great. Despite being 32, he dresses like a uni student, which I appreciate. He fucking does, though. You can't tell me otherwise. I want this to do well so bad, but part of me is just a pessimist about how the UK gets perceived in Eurovision. But I think because we're putting in the effort to send such a good song this year, maybe our fortunes will turn around because we're not just pouring it off to a random songwriter from Yorkshire. And sorry, James Newman, love you, my king. But
Drink every time Eris says York.
I can't help that I'm from Yorkshire and I love my county. Right, don't be making fun of my accent.
A cow, eh?
County.
County.
We love you. Just know that.
Gravy. No.
Gravy.
Gravy.
Yorkshire puddings.
Yorkshire puddings.
Spotted dick.
Northumbria, Redl food.
Not the- I love this. I do. I think we've just grown so accustomed to not get our hopes up. that,
Because we keep sending shit like Electro Velvet.
I kind of liked that song, but
I
I knew
liked it.
I
I
liked
hate
it. I
that
just
song,
knew.
but
I just knew it wasn't gonna. Yeah, I knew we weren't being serious with that entry. I love this. It feels like the response to it has been amazing, and that's what's the only thing that I'm hanging on to is the fact that the Euro stands have responded to it so fucking well.
I just remember Ember's getting this shit.
I'm
Out of it everywhere.
I'm not expecting a spaceman costume. I trust and believe that the BBC are not that foolish.
They sent us giant trumpets last year. Let's just remember that.
yeah.
Okay, but at least
I will, however, say I appreciate Jiggly Caliente recreating James Newman's Eurovision look for her entrance on All Stars 6. Compare those fucking pictures and tell me it's not the same.
I don't want anything too simplistic with this. I want some sort of staging, but I don't want it to be a whole. I don't want it to be a parody of itself.
If he flies in on a chair with balloons on it, I'll settle for that.
I feel like that's camp enough to work, honestly.
I think he has a solid shot at taking Eurovision to the UK. Because I know he can bring it with his vocals every single time. Yeah.
Plus, he legitimately. It's so refreshing. He genuinely loves Eurovision, like with a burning passion. He's doing every fucking show that he can. He's doing his interviews.
He just performed on like Romanian television.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Like, and you can see his love in all of his interviews. I saw him on this morning, and everyone.
James Newman barely got invited to any interviews.
I know. Philip Schofield was so pessimistic, but the way that Sam Ryder responded to all the questions was so genuine and pure. I loved that. I really hope this wins. I would love to go to Eurovision, and if we win, it will be affordable. So that would be great.
I'm like, if Sam Ryder wins, we're coming. We're crashing with one of the two of y'all. It doesn't matter who. We're coming. So
you're coming. You know what? I can miss a Eurovision that's in the UK. That's fine. Y'all have fun, or at least let me know.
Anyway, I'm really happy to go on with our rankings.
I will say, if it does come to the UK, which I mean, I would. If this gets 12 points from anyone, I will cry and I will record myself crying and I will.
It will.
We're getting 12 points.
It will.
I can confidently say we're going to get a 12 points.
At least 12 points.
My fingers are really crossed that they don't just put it in London and it actually comes to somewhere up north.
Manchester.
Yeah, I would love to see it in Manchester.
I could see that, yeah.
I would love to see it maybe in Leeds because the First Direct Arena is quite big as well. But I don't think it would.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Manchester, given they're moving pretty much all of their Eurovision stuff up to their BBC Manchester base.
Yeah. That would be so sexy.
Honestly,
Eurovision being a Logan.
No, I
was gonna say Eurovision being a train ride away for me would be a dream come true.
I could
Although
probably
one
just
time-
walk to the Eurovision village. That would be fucking
did-
sick.
They did once post it in Harrogate, of all places. And I don't know if you know, Harrogate is just like a joke to me as a town. Like, it just gets ripped to shit by everyone I know because it's like the poshest place in Yorkshire.
We love to see it. Yeah, no, I was gonna say I could see a universe where he wins the televote, honestly.
I would cry.
Like
I
I think
would
I think that's in the realm of possibility. I think guaranteed he's left side of the table. I don't think
Oh, for
there's
sure.
any universe where he isn't, but
UK,
I
no
think-
quoi.
I can confidently say we're going to get at least 12 points from some country.
Ireland.
And I'm only basing that on the fact that Blue got 12 points. I believe Blue got 12 points by someone when we said
Yeah, but I think
Blue,
that was
and
them
Blue
trying to
was
throw points
crap.
to anyone who wouldn't win.
Well,
Ranking time.
and we have Derek's rankings. So
Well, this doesn't
I'm
include
excited for
the
this.
This doesn't
What?
include the 3.
what?
Oh no, it doesn't
Okay.
include the 3.
Okay, thank you.
No, minus Germany, Spain, and the UK, which would severely alter my rankings.
Right.
So we're not doing that.
I'm ready.
But yes. So Derek's rankings are a little strange because as you will see, he gave 12
Oh.
points to Azerbaijan.
I
Oh,
think I
well.
know why. Knowing Derek's taste, I think I know why.
Yeah, I
makes
understand it
sense.
too, but
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm trying to zoom this in so that way it's at least half decent. It's fine. We'll go with it.
Cyprus. I'm not mad at this.
Czechia?
Oh, check
Okay.
out the- right.
So the order is Sam, myself, Eris, Lewis. So remember that until we scroll up and see names again. But okay, Sam, 18th. Who you got?
Georgia.
Grow up.
It's Georgia like Georgia.
I.
I was-
Eris.
Oh, I am putting Israel at 18th.
Oh,
I think that's valid.
sure. Lewis.
David Ben Michaels, grow up.
Only because I have the courtesy of even ranking this song, Georgia.
Y'all are so mean. And for
Hi.
what?
17th.
Israel.
Work.
If I could spell it right. Finland.
Malta.
San Marino.
Thank God.
Valid.
16th.
San Marino.
Y'all placing San Marino too high. I've got Malta.
San Marino. So no one plays San Marino higher than 15.
Wow.
Israel. These are all very similar. I like that.
Well, guess what, y'all? Israel.
Wait, that's me. Wait,
That's-
you put it on
Oh,
me.
Yeah, you just.
Sorry, I got
Please.
excited. Sam.
Finland.
Grow up. Oh, it's me. What did I just say? Oh,
You should
Azerbaijan.
grow up. Oh.
Okay.
Uh,
I would have
Estonia.
placed Azerbaijan higher if they didn't take so fucking long to release their song.
Wait, you said Estonia?
Yeah, but I.
No ways.
I've already explained why. It's not my thing, and that's fine.
Okay. 14th.
14th is Belgium.
Yeah. I'm not. It's early. I can't spell. 14th for me is going to be Georgia.
Montenegro.
I understand why.
Well, okay. Romania.
Anyway.
13th for me will be Azerbaijan.
Copy paste.
Work.
Nope, wrong one. I'm literally trying to copy and paste.
It's
and
just
I,
one of those days.
oh, I love
I'm
some-
going to lock in my selection of Georgia. Circus, Mircus.
Circus, Mircus.
I'm surprised I ranked this higher than I believe a couple of you. Finland.
Work.
Okay, work.
Where are we at?
Well,
Oh,
12th, I
Malta.
believe. Yeah.
Malta.
Boo.
What I
I unfortunately have Belgium.
Right now, that's not funny. That's not funny. I put Serbia in 12th.
Copy paste.
Wow.
I get it.
It's
but
just
I'm
slipped
sad.
down for me compared to everything else. It's still
Yeah.
My 11th just missing out is Romania.
Hey, don't come for me. It's Poland.
What? No, that's crazy.
No.
My
no.
11th is also 11th in the lineup, funny enough. North Macedonia.
Hmm.
This is where I put Azerbaijan.
Work
Okay.
Loka.
10th.
1 point goes to Ireland.
1
That's
point.
rich.
1 point for me goes to Cyprus.
The Yorkshire delegation are giving 1 point to the Czech Republic.
Malta.
I'm just saying, when there's an independent Northumbria, you're not ready for how hard we're going to bring it to Eurovision.
Anyway.
We'll just send James Newman every year.
God damn it. 2
2
points.
points go to Montenegro.
Oh wow.
2 points from me go to Serbia.
The Yorkshire jury are awarding 2 points to Australia.
Okay.
I've got Cyprus in my 2 points.
All right, 3 points.
Cyprus.
3 points go to North Macedonia.
Again, can't spell this morning. 3 points for me go to Estonia.
My 3 points go to Belgium.
My 3 points go to the Czech Republic.
Oh, work Loka.
Cool. 4 points.
My 4 points go to Norway. No. I mean Cyprus. I'm so sorry. Cyprus, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Hola mi bebé. Hola mi bebé.
Yamame.
Is it yours too?
Yeah, Romania.
Work!
Here I have put North Macedonia.
Work Loka.
It's so refreshing that you actually know the countries this time, Lewis. My life a lot easier, I'm going to be honest.
Don't make me laugh like a
5
car horn.
points
Yes.
will be going to the Czech Republic.
My 6 points go to Montenegro.
My 5 points are going to Ireland.
My 5 points are going to Poland.
By the river.
6 points.
6 points will be going to the healthy body, Serbia.
I very happily give 6 points to North Macedonia.
My 6 points go to Cyprus, Andromache.
My 6 points are going to That's Rich, Ireland.
Taste.
7 points.
7 points, and I'm hoping it will do well to Estonia.
My 7 points go to Australia.
Fuck you, Cruciviste. You know what you did. 7 points to Estonia.
7 points to Belgium.
I'm the number one Cruciviste hater. I'm sorry.
I love it. Top 3.
I'm putting 8 points to the river with Poland.
My 8 points go to
My 8 points go to Finland.
I hate you.
Wow.
Stop bullying me.
No. Lewis?
It looks like, unlike Derek, my 8 points are not the same as the rest of you. Australia.
You mean like Derek? Like Derek?
Unlike Derek, mine are not the same. But I said what I meant.
Sam, what are your 10 points?
English. You know what I mean.
My 10 points are not the same either. They'll be going to Australia.
My 10 points, I'm honestly really, really happy, go to the Czech Republic.
I'm going to give my 10 points to Ochman in Poland. Look at me supporting ballads.
Lewis.
Wait, do we all have the same?
I think we have the same.
Untitled.
Wait, Lewis.
No.
Oh, you
My
flop.
10 points are going to Sweden.
Flop. Lewis flop. Flop Lewis.
Guess what?
Sweden.
Sweden. Sweden.
And Lewis.
Montenegro.
I love that. No, I'm so
Whoa.
happy with that, honestly.
Wait, where did Derek put Sweden?
Fourth.
Fourth.
Okay, that's valid.
Yeah.
I'll support that.
Yeah, so Derek has 12 points to Azerbaijan, 10 to Cyprus, 8 to Australia, 7 to Sweden, 6 to Belgium, 5 to Romania, 4 to Poland, 3 to Israel, 2 to Ireland, and 1 to the Czech Republic. So, well, let's do a real quick thought process, whatnot, about the staging for Eurovision this year before we head out, mostly because I'm tallying some scores really quickly. So
Water is wet.
Water is wet. Sam Ryder. No, I'm muting. No, I feel awful. Sam Ryder, I expect like the stage to just be void of gravity and to just be bouncing up and down.
Not in the same way.
Literally, I just want him to fly out to the moon and then
Hopefully
perform
not in the same way the compare from Estonia's national selection did this year. I don't want to see anyone hit a hard slam on the floor in Torino.
please no.
Please no.
Alina
I will-
Nikieva deserved a lot better than what she got because of that.
I will say though, the staging this year is what I expect from Eurovision staging. It's grand, it's beautiful, it's really out there. I really love to see it. I think it's very beautiful. I love it from an architectural stance. It's probably going to be my favorite staging since I would say my favorite staging has possibly been 2019 and also 2014. I don't know what it is about those years, but when I see those stages, I just immediately remember them. And I feel like
You
Torino
know what
is
I
gonna
hated about the 2019 one?
It was square.
The one thing I hated about the 2019 one was it at least for me, it was too similar to 2018.
Except it didn't have the bridge.
That's fair.
2018 had the bridge.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't remember 2019 having that. That's the only.
It had like a little diamond cutout you could walk along, if I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the catwalk that just
Mm-hmm.
closed in on each other.
For me,
It
the
was-
stage, yeah, I really
was
like
pretty
Torino
much-
staging. I
yeah.
think it looks great. It wasn't what I was expecting with the waterfall. When I heard all this talk of waterfall, I thought it was going to be something a little bit grander. But I do like what we got, and I think it looks beautiful, girl. Beautiful.
Yeah, I was expecting like a full-on like whoosh waterfall, but I really, really appreciate the way that they're doing it under that main stage.
It's
Yeah.
tasteful.
It is very.
Yes.
Yummy, yummy.
Yummy. Scores are coming in. The scores.
There was
Wait,
Sorry, Lewis, go ahead.
what's the Eurovision guy now? Who's the Eurovision guy? It was Jonna.
Graham
Who's the new
Norton.
one? No. the new Eurovision
Hands, something.
guy.
The podcast guy.
No,
No,
the
the-
guy who like
He
does
says the
and
scores
he
are
was like, yeah,
verified.
you can do it now. You can
Oh!
announce the
I-
results now.
Okay,
Over-
if I recall correctly, I remember last year it was like some guy named like Joel or John or something like that. I know it started with a J.
Straight white man.
No,
It was Jon Ola Sand. I miss Jon Ola Sand. I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
Or it might have been
And
like a Martin or
Song-
something like that.
Quick
But yeah,
maths.
yeah.
I just know it was
Can I announce you're good to go, like they do on the Eurovision?
Only if
You're
Logan
good to
says
go.
Tucson calling.
You're good to go.
Oh my god, not that. I hate math. Well, we have a very clear winner, so that's good.
Oh, I wonder
Yes.
who it could be.
I wonder.
I'm
I
truly
wonder.
shocked by it.
I
honestly.
wonder.
Congratulations, Romania.
No.
I wouldn't be mad at that. It didn't happen
No.
that way.
It's a lot
I would.
closer than I expected it to be, I'm going to be honest, but...
Is it
A
because
lot-
of
a
where
lot-
Derek and
a lot
Lewis
of
scored
our-
Azerbaijan?
A lot of our points were pretty similar, besides Montenegro.
Yeah,
This-
because last
This one was a lot. This one was a lot. Like, we had a...
Yeah.
We had a lot
Australia-
that we scored similarly, and then a lot that we did not score similarly.
Yeah.
I mean, Australia Decides had me fighting for my life on that podcast, so
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay.
do you reckon this is what they're doing when they're tallying the votes at the live show?
Right.
Oh,
They
wow.
leave the mics
They
on,
got
they
no
leave the
idea.
mics on, and they're like, oh.
Was it
Honestly.
counting how many countries got 0 points last year?
I feel like Germany's definitely gonna. UK for sure is gonna get points. Germany will, I think, get a few points.
Yeah, we're definitely getting points. That's
Yeah,
seems like
definitely
a
that.
pretty...
Do we think anyone will get
Yes.
0 points this year?
No.
Honestly, no.
Because there's no real Electro Velvet in the group.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because all of the big five are pretty good. So
Yeah.
at baseline, pretty good. So all right.
They
Are
all
we
made an
ready for
effort.
some results?
Mhm.
Ready?
Oh my god,
Okay.
yes.
In a tie
Okay.
for 17th, the only two songs that we gave 0 points to. That being Georgia and San Marino.
Oh, Georgia
Um,
doesn't deserve that.
Fucking
Well,
hell,
then you should have
Derek.
given
You screwed it up.
points.
Should have
Yeah.
given them points, Eris.
Derek
in-
screwed it up by giving Israel
If they
points.
came 11th, that's on them.
Well, in 16th with 1 point is Malta. In 15th with 3 points is Azerbaijan. In 14th, also with 3 points, is Israel.
Too high, too high.
In 13th with 8 points is Serbia.
Gasp.
That's a gag.
Yeah. In 12th, also with 8 points, is Finland. And
Wait,
with
this is
their-
averaged
Fuck
out,
off.
right? You said this
What?
is averaged out?
This
Okay,
isn't
No,
average.
this is
This
total.
is total.
Okay, because I'm like,
The
Derek-
averages
that's
would
what
have
Derek-
been the averages would have been the same.
right, no, because I'm like,
Oh.
didn't Derek put Azerbaijan on number 1?
That's a 12, not a 2. Hold on.
Nah!
Oh my god.
Okay, so we might have to
Well,
start.
actually,
We're having some technical difficulties, but we'll now cross to
There is that.
Sophia Vergara in the audience.
That's Sophia Vergara in the audience.
I can't remember who the
Um,
crazy-eyed woman from the Portuguese, the year they hosted it in Lisbon was. So it's just like, think of another woman who has great eyes.
I remember
Okay.
how many, like, I think it was 2015, they had so many technical difficulties with
Yeah,
the
Was
television.
that in? Oh no, that wasn't Kiev. That was
That was Austria, Vienna.
Austria.
we
yeah,
got
Vienna.
it. Okay, we got it. So
Okay.
it doesn't change anything because Azerbaijan still does not qualify. So we have Georgia and San Marino in 17th, Malta in 16th, 15th is now Israel,
Yay.
14th is now Serbia, 13th is now Finland, 12th is Azerbaijan with 12 points.
Ooh,
There we go.
let's go
It's-
11th.
It is 8 a.m. for me. I'm still tired.
Work, okay.
So there's actually a tie for 10th again. So going off of the rules that I set for myself, 11th place, just missing our qualification is Romania.
No.
I think that's my fault.
No, Sam, how could you?
And I
And
put it 11th too.
yeah, 10th place. I would also like to point out that the top 11 all come from the second half of this semifinal, plus Australia and Cyprus. I just want to point that out. The first 7 songs in the contest are the lowest by running order, which is kind of funny. But so 11th is Romania, 10th, barely making it in, is North Macedonia, which I'm very happy about personally.
Work low cast.
9th place with 16 points is Belgium. 8th place with 17 points is Estonia. 7th with 19 points is Montenegro. 6th place with 20 points is the Czech Republic.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Breaking into the top 5, 5th place with 22 points. That's right.
Well, it's coming from you, and that's right.
4th place with 23 points is Cyprus. 3rd place with 27 points is Poland. Y'all got it there despite me not giving it any points.
I think the rest is
You're a bad person for that, Logan.
Whatever.
Second might be Australia.
Well, second with 35 points, to nobody's surprise, is Australia. And first place with 53 points out of a possible 60 is Sweden.
This feels like the Maltese national selection
Oh
all over again?
10 points to Aiden, 12 points to Emma Muscat. It feels like. But there it is. Sweden. We had Albania and Sweden winning our juries, which I kind of love. I'm not gonna
Taste. We love to see women succeed.
Well, that is what we think of semifinal 2. We've got a couple other videos coming your way, probably with these hooligans again. Probably around rehearsals. We might do a rehearsal recap because by then we'll have live vocals for everybody.
Rest in peace, Pia Maria.
No, I heard that she had a better performance in Amsterdam.
It still wasn't good.
That's what my friend told me. I still haven't watched it.
It's still not good, but
still tanked herself in the odds.
But she's also in a semifinal where, honestly, with that vocal, she could still qualify.
Okay,
but she's young.
But yeah, so that's what we think of that. We've got a couple other videos coming down the pipeline. If you want to go back in time and check out our national selection videos, they're available in the playlist that'll be on screen at the end. Go check out our semifinal 1 recap. All that kind of lovely stuff. I'm tired. So cheers.
Cheers.
Follow this guy.
Outro.
Oh, I haven't seen this.